Hello everyone! Welcome back to Let's Play Baldur's Gate 3, the Shadowheart Origins Story playthrough. I am Chikio Sendo. I like to play video games and I like to write books. If you're interested in my book, I write under this pen name JW Ashtier in reference to a character I wrote a long time ago. If you're interested in the book at all, feel free to check the link in the description or on the main page. It is a sapphic fantasy story. And I really liked writing it. It was a lot of fun. Do not feel obligated to buy the book. You do not have to. It is an ebook worth $5. I am working on the second book, so I hope you're looking forward to it if you do decide to. I would appreciate it if you do, but do not feel obligated to do so. I'm just trying to be an author because physical health reasons prevent me from doing a lot of physical labor, because otherwise I'm on the ground dying. So, that's about it for that. If you're a returner to the channel, welcome back. I'm always glad to see you. Feel free to leave a comment if you so desire, or you can just lurk. I'm okay with either. You know, just turn this on for background noise. I do read every comment though, so if you have any questions, feel free to ask. And let us continue. Okay. Sorry. I did it all in one big breath. Let's continue. Finally ending Act 2.
There better be a soft bedroll in my near future.
Hey, Will.
Important matters, gods be damned. With that parasite in his brain, Father could wreak untold havoc in the Absolute's name. Should Baldur's Gate fall to the Absolute, every one of the coast cities will be ripe for the plucking. We're not just fighting for our cure, we're fighting for my father. We're fighting for the Gate. We're fighting for all of Faerun. Worm's Rock Fortress. All travelers to Baldur's Gate flow through it. It serves as headquarters for the Flaming Fist and their commander, my father. The Absolute's army's on the march. Gods forbid a Tadpole Grand Duke throw open the gates for them.
Our enemies spread like rub rot. Treat one patch, and two more bloom in its place. An elder brain, bound by lost Netherese magic, with servants of the Dead Three holding the chain. Reminds me of old times. Extensively. Mindflayers too. But I never dreamed of seeing gods and illithids working in consort. It is most disturbing. But take courage. We have killed a man who could not die, and stripped the Absolute's army of its general. You have a Netherstone, and you're on the scent of two more. These chosen have reason to fear you, and I would like to be at your side when you confront them. Glad to be there. Falling foul of Ketheric convinced me that my grand adventures were behind me. That even if I survived, I should hang up my blades. But you convinced me otherwise. We ventured into darkness together. Now we've come out the other side. I'd say I'm feeling a little refreshed. When we reach Baldur's Gate, there will be even darker paths to tread. I will follow you wherever they lead. How does it compare to a shadow-cursed inn? With the Absolute's army gone, the Risen Road should be clear. We can follow it all the way to Baldur's Gate. There's a Harper's safe house in Worm's Crossing. Denthelin's Dancing Axe. We do well to check in with them before entering the city proper. Beyond that, our course is yours to set. Find me at your camp, huh? I can remember how to take orders, as well as give them.
I do love that even though we're nearing the end of the game, we're still getting new characters. And it's not just the origin stories we go through. As a fun side note, I actually found this out while the cutscene was playing. In the original release of this game, like back during alpha or beta testing, you could actually be a cleric of the Dead Three, but they decided to remove that for obvious reasons. You can still find dialogue options in the game's code, but you can't access it for obvious reasons unless you mod it.
I will never tire of sitting on dead men's thrones. Yes. Although I wish we had collaborated on the killing itself. But I will satisfy my warlust soon, for there are greater challenges than Ketheric ahead of us. It is clear now that he was not working alone. During my time in the cult, I came to know one of his co-conspirators all too well. Baal's bloodletter, Orin. To think, I thought her to be speaking for the Absolute. I worshipped that woman. Jealous? You needn't be. When Orin is in my hands, her agony will nourish me. She is the Iblis who indoctrinated me with the Absolute's lies. Only that he serves Bane, which could make him a petty lordling or a despot capable of bending the world to his will. That he has enslaved Illithids to fulfill his ambitions strongly suggests he is the latter. The Harper may know more. Her precious Baldur's Gate was the soil that nourished his growth. She is fierce, vicious, and cruel. In those respects, we are alike. But she is dangerously unpredictable. If there is a way to turn this design towards slaughter, rather than control, she will take it. She is the one who brought me to Moonrise, and into the presence of her so-called god. The Absolute. Now I know that those memories are lies. There was no god. Orin held me down in a cocoon of flesh, while a Mindflayer forced a parasite into my brain. And she laughed at my fear. I will find her. I will murder her. And I will smile. There is no limit to my ambitions. I will enjoy killing Orin, but unlike her, I do not kill for pleasure alone. I kill to gain advantage, and we have the chance to seize the greatest advantage of all. Surely you see it. In killing Ketheric, we fractured the cult's leadership. When we break the other chosen and claim their netherstones, we can take control. Madness would be to let the Absolute's potential go to waste. The power of the enslaved Elder Brain could reshape the world. We could reshape the world. Nothing worthwhile ever came without loss. But together we have the strength to decide who loses, and to make sure it is not us. You are not stupid. When we reach Baldur's Gate and face the other chosen, you will see that my way is the right one. The Elder Brain is the only thing that has ever managed to change my mind. You're welcome to try.
We are bound, then, to travel together, even if we do not yet agree on our ultimate purpose. There is yet one thing about you that troubles me, though. Something I need you to explain. Why come to Moonrise, where the cult's power is strongest? Why not walk away? True. But do not lose yourself to despair and fatalism. They tried to make victims of us. But we can take this opportunity to become gods. Now, I am ready to leave this damned place whenever you give the word. The city awaits. Your party is full. Did you think I would not notice?
Helen! Isabel! My love. You were dead. I saw your body. I'm here. And so are you. And my father, he can't hurt us any longer. I dreamt every night that you'd come back to me. But somehow it was all a nightmare Dawn would undo. I had no dreams at all. Nothing but darkness. And when I woke, my father said you were dead. His soul was poisoned by the god of death. His sick devotion ruined him. But for all his sins, he brought you back to me. Are you all right? I will be. And you? In this moment, I want for nothing. There you are. This is Aelin. Aelin, this so-called Sharon is known to me. I thought she'd run me through. But she set me free instead. I have more to thank you for than I knew. And we have much to discuss. Perhaps we could join you in your camp later? I gave my word, and I will keep it. By the fires of your camp's hearth, we will discuss all we must. Now, you will leave us. We must take succor in one another's bodies and words. Aelin! We'll see you later.
I love Aelin. She's adorable. Alright,
Beyond the horizon.
hold on. We don't need to worry about Withers. We have a lot of dialogue, and I don't want to spend too much time here.
Just tell me what you need.
Let's sell what we don't need. Don't need this, don't need this, don't need this, or this, or this. This. That. Keep. That. I think for the most part we're good.
There you are. I was wondering where the devil you'd been. Who? Oh, right. Well, forget about that, McGungus. We have more important things to worry about. Like Wulbrin. You'll what? Tie me to a windmill? Enslave me in the Underdark? Smack me upside the head? I assure you, Circumstance has beaten you to it. Walbrin and the Iron Hand Gnomes are planning something dreadful in the city. They have room powder, they have motive. We have to stop them. I'll not deny he wounded me. I cared for Walbrin. Care for him, really. But he's acting like a true idiot. It isn't the first time, and I'm sure it won't be the last. But I won't let him hurt anyone. Or himself. Because they're a gaggle of vindictive crybabies with no sense of propriety. That is to say, they gabbed about their plans like a geese, and I overheard them. Like a very devious goose. Knowing when to ask for help is a sign of wisdom, not weakness. You helped me in this god's awful quagmire. When we're back in the city, I'll be fully in my element once more. To saving the city. And my fool of a friend.
Alright.
It's almost a shame to leave. I owe you an apology. In a sense, yes. But that's because I didn't know what you were capable of. I saw you as a means to escape, nothing more. But when the sky lit up, when I followed it here, I knew you were behind it. I apologize for not seeing your true worth, and for being, quite frankly, rude in Last Light. Gracious as well as impressive. A fine combination. And that's precisely why I want you by my side in Baldur's Gate. The Iron Hand Gnomes are going to save the city. And you can be part of it. The plan is what it's always been. To bring the work and innovations of the Iron Hand Gnomes to every corner of the realm. Problem is, Baldur's Gate is sick. Once the pinnacle of greatness, it's eating itself alive to save itself from starving. Find me in the city. And once you see what it's become, you'll know that I, and I alone, can stop it.
That's an arrogant piece of shit. Alright, fine, let's keep going. There's gonna be a lot of cutscenes this set.
Fair enough. We leave the heart of the Absolute alive. Thanks to you. You did well to defeat Ketheric. But Ketheric was only the first to fall. There are many more battles ahead, and they will not be so easily won. You will need allies. Jaheira's wisdom will be an asset to you on the journey ahead. Her harpers, too. Halsin's strength and loyalty will bolster you in times of need. But if we are to succeed, we will need others. Good. I'm glad to hear that. Baldur's Gate may not know it yet, but its fate is bound to ours. Seek on its streets those whose purpose aligns with our own, and invite them to our cause. Together, we will put an end to the Absolute, the Chosen, all.
Alright, piss off.
The road to Baldur's Gate awaits us, west of town. Let's try to outpace the Absolute's armies.
There's so much loot on the ground. If I had time, I would definitely... Oh, Lord. Encumbered. I would definitely spend time just going through the entirety of Moonrise. collecting all the pouches and selling them because I need that money.
I ought to do the rounds again.
Although I do believe I am at the point where I need to be to get what I want,
Just tell me what
or at
you
least
need.
really close. Alright, I'll store the rest when we get to camp.
Blade.
Where is Road to Baldur's Gate?
At least the shadow
So-
curse is banished. I like the dark, but not when it's trying to kill me.
This is the last time we'll ever be in the Shadowcursed lands. If there's anything you need to pick up, like loot that's just sitting on the ground, go get it. Go get any crafting items that are on the ground, like, you know, Black Allhander and stuff like that. Because we can't come back here, and we can't go back to Act 1's area,
All these
so...
tracks. Enough for an army.
After this, it's all purely Baldur's Gate areas. Alright. Time to store stuff. There we go. Armor. Actually, I'm gonna keep Kethric's shield. Which I did accidentally store in there. I don't need this. Alright, we good. Carlock?
You saw Gortash, didn't you? What the fuck was he doing down there? Is all of this because of him?
The Tadpole, the Absolute. How? I'd never have protected a Bainite even a decade ago. I looked after that fucker with my life. I trusted him. He gave me away to Zariel without a second thought. And now he's looking to ruin the entire Sword Coast. He has to die. And I'm gonna be the one who kills him. He can't get away with what he's done. To me. To us. He won't get away with it.
I can feel it. The engine. It's getting hotter, louder. It's going to blow if we don't find another way to fix it. You know, Zariel may have put the fucking thing in, but Gortash gave her the go-ahead. You expect this shit from devils, but not from the people you care about. Let's get to the city. Got business there I'm highly fucking keen to attend to.
Well. Lae'zel.
The curse is broken and the shadows are lifting. In time, these lands will heal.
Alright. Aelin.
It is time we spoke about your heritage. There's a debt I must repay. There is nothing I can tell you that you do not already know yourself. They trained you well, trained you hard. Chiseled away any part of you that did not fit their plan. They made you forget. Shah's embrace is something that was forced upon you. It is not your true nature. Until you weren't. Do you think it was but a brief lapse? A moment of madness? No. I think you finally listened to your heart. When you freed me from the Shadowfell, you severed a bond between me and that dog, Thorm. A bond of pain, his inflicted on me. When I laid eyes on you, I sensed a similar bond. You, tethered to two others someplace distant. Let me help you remember, so there will be no doubt.
A memory appears at the forefront of your mind. Do you remember sermons about Selûnite rites of passage? About how they would abandon their children out in the wilds and force them to find their way home?
I am a daughter of Selûne. We illuminate darkness. We do not create it. The elf you saw was your father. He tried to stop you being seized by Shah's agents, but failed. But I am not here to convince you. Only show you a path. Whether you follow it or not is up to you. And who told you that? Your adoptive family? You are not to blame. You were young, impressionable. They took you because they wanted to break and remake you. But you are a child no longer. You are a woman, one who knows what must be done. Shah may seek to thwart you in that. If she cannot control you, she can at least seek to deny you your past. If you want to remember, you will have to face your abductors in their very lair. In Baldur's Gate. You may have once thought of them as comrades, mentors, friends, even lovers. But they will all be enemies now. There is one more way in which I can help you. You have been forewarned, and now you shall be forearmed. You will remember this spear, no doubt. It was to be the instrument of my death. Now, it will become a parting gift in exchange for my life. For her purposes, perhaps. Shah is quick to discard whatever she has no use for. I think you know that well enough. I felt the spear call to me as I took flight. Whatever Shah calls her own, Selûne has equal claim to. They are one and the same. Their power is matched and mirrored. Take it. You will need it. But what you do with it, that will be up to you. Same as before. Forget her. She was forged by lies. Be guided only by who you have become. I have kept my word. My guidance in exchange for my freedom. We are. Good fortune on your road ahead. It will not be easy, but it will certainly be enlightening. One last thing. Your parents have been in the hands of Shah's followers for some 40 years. It must take tremendous will for mortals to hold out that long. See that their sacrifices are not in vain. Allow the Moon Maiden to guide you at last.
She speaks pure heresy. Or so you would have once thought. But you can deny it no longer. A new presence empowers you. You felt it ever since the shadow fell. Selûne. Pain surges from the wound on your hand. But no memory comes with it. No lesson. Just agony.
Shah toys with you still. What a spiteful creature she is. This will not stop until you take action.
Take action, yes. But freeing your parents will take time. Perhaps there is something more immediate you can do. Something symbolic to put Shah behind you for good. A long, sleepless night awaits. But come dawn, you will have reclaimed a little piece of yourself.
Okay, so I didn't know that we could actually choose that or not. That's actually cool. So first things first. Selûne's Spear of Night. Had we chosen to kill Aelin, we would have gotten Shar's Spear of Night, which is basically the opposite of this. It does a lot of fun things. Honestly, in terms of... Actually, my glaive is better. Well, it's a glaive. It makes sense. Depending on the build, both those weapons can be really powerful. Both Selûne's spear and Shar's spear can be really powerful, depending on how your build is built around it. I really do like this spear, and I do pretty much plan to make this her final weapon, as well as a spear or shield. Alright, well, time to sleep. I'll explain a little bit about that hair thing as well in a minute. Yeah, he changed. So, the hair change, it happens even if you're not playing a certain origin story. It happens a little bit later than this, but it's still really cool. It's supposed to symbolize her change from a novice to something more. If you choose the Shar path, you get the same design, but it's darker. I'm assuming it's supposed to be a sign to show that you're no longer a novice. You're a justiciar. But apparently, I could actually I could choose to change it or not. I actually really like this hairstyle. Right, where? I want to see if anyone has any reaction to the hairstyle.
Something is different about you. New facial creases, perhaps? A fresh battle scar I hadn't noticed. Bah, it eludes me.
Lae'zel.
I'm listening.
Give her keys. And for those of you who know my character preferences, yes, this is the reason why I decided to play as Shar, as opposed to any of the other characters, or Shadowheart, as opposed to any of the other characters. For those new to the channel, I have a weird thing with white hair characters.
There you are. I have awaited your arrival with great anticipation. Come closer.
Okay.
Feel my voice rattle your bones as I proclaim our victory. Moon Maiden Selûne, hear me. Ketheric Thorm, traitor, apostle of Merkel, is dead at last. My mate, most high. Darling Isabel is safe and well. Safe and well, and return to my embrace. Blessings upon the slayer of the wicked one. We are a powerful party indeed. Faerun itself trembles at our touch. My darling Isabel says we will stay allied at your side. I am pleased to hear it.
If I can, I want to play an ASMR as an evil character, because that'd be so much fun. Anyone else have anything to say?
Sweet swoo, woman! Never thought I'd be so delighted at the sight of a forehead. You look amazing.
Thanks.
Love the new look. Softer, less severe. It suits you.
Oh, thank you. Karlach is precious.
There's no more radiant sight than that of someone who's learned to love themselves anew. Shadowed in name, but no longer in spirit. It suits you.
I love this.
We have a new look for a new you. Nice as it is, you still don't have the best hair in the camp.
He's not wrong. Although she does have the best long hair. I'll give it that. I'll give her that. I love Asterian's voice actor, by the way. He is just so great.
I can't believe it. And by killing him, you
Just
set
all
him
that.
free.
Something is different about you. Did you change your diet?
Where is... Oh, right, I remember where he's at now. I was like, where is... Halsin? He's supposed to be down there where, Minthara is. But that caused a lot of issues, so I'm assuming in a patch they moved him. He's now, for whatever reason, all the way up here. Even though there's a tent right there. That's never used, as far as I know.
I swear, I can already feel a change in the air. Like the curse itself knows its time is short. I swear.
Okay. I think that's pretty much it. Oh, there's Jaheira. Forgot about her.
I would not linger in this land over long, but whatever your business.
Fate, dost thou require?
No, I'm good.
The curse has been lifted. The land's cleansed of the shadows. Ketheric's reign of living death is over. Your courage has been tested, and in this at least, you have triumphed.
I do wish the profile picture got updated as well, but it doesn't for whatever reason. All right, so we're done with camp. Let's see here. It's been about 5 seconds. Let's have another camp.
Sergeant, if you are here, I presume Wern's Rock is secure, and preparations for my inauguration are complete.
No, Lord Gortash. We were interrupted. Another quake in the lower city. More severe this time.
So you came cowering to my chambers? I'm flattered, Sergeant. But even I cannot command natural phenomena to cease.
Forgive me, my lord, but there is panic in the streets. The people are afraid.
Perhaps the people would be calm if you kept your nerve. I expect better from the Flaming Fist than to run scared from a slight tremor in the earth. Get back to your duties.
Duties. Patrolling and saluting and following and bowing and scraping. Yes, sir. No, sir. Rip and cut your throat, sir. Your plan is falling apart, lordling. Give me a reason not to cut you to ribbons.
Control yourself, Orin. We need to focus on reuniting the stones or the brain will break free. These quakes are just the start. Neither of us expected the prison bearers to kill Ketheric. They'll be traveling to the city. Let's make sure we give them a Baldurian welcome.
I itch to peel you, to split your skin, to see your skull shine in the light. Little tyrant. Lucky for you, I harvested a whole family of living flesh in Rivington at high sun. They will sate my blade thirst tonight. Oh, but tomorrow, and tomorrow, and tomorrow, and tomorrow, my blades will thirst again.
Beyond the campsite, the city waits in uneasy silence, one sleep away.
So, you may notice as we're progressing, there's going to be a little weird issues every so often. It's going to be a low poly, then just bamp into detail, and then normal. This is a common bug that occurs in Act 3. It's because there's a lot going on, and a lot of data saved from the past 2 chapters. So you'll see that happen a few times. I apologize, there's nothing I can do to fix it, so...
How can I assist?
Who in camp wants to talk? Gale.
The Absolute should be a thing of the past, and I with it. Yet, at the risk of angering Mistra further, I'm glad it didn't come to that, given what has come to light.
Hi, Carlock.
Indeed. Under other circumstances, I might have been subdued or ashamed, but after what we saw, I must admit, I'm excited. The Elder Brain, but more importantly, the crown that it wore. Even without seeing it for myself, I could sense it. Netherese magic. So pure, so complete. I doubted what I was feeling at first. Most Netherese artifacts contain only the faintest amount of their former power, the ghost of an echo of a memory. That crown was different. I can't fathom how such a wonder survived. Surely everything of its ilk was destroyed along with Netheril itself, but no matter. It exists. I must learn more of it. We need to learn more about what we saw. An artifact as powerful as that crown must have been documented somewhere. As luck would have it, we'll soon find ourselves near one of the finest book collections this side of Candlekeep. Sorcerous Sundries. I need to go there and learn all I can. Book shopping? But yes. Their collection of rare tomes is unparalleled. Netherese texts are hardly commonplace, but I'm certain they'll have one or two stashed away. You'll have to forgive my eagerness, but if my suspicions prove to hold water, this could be the answer to all our problems.
You know, I don't blame Gale. I love a good new book. The smell of fresh paper from a new book is just, nothing quite like it. As a side note, if you're playing as a Tav or a different origin character, it's at this point you would see Shadowheart's hair change.
The events of the last days weigh heavily upon you. Sleep's rest is slow to come to one whose mind is so full. The Absolute is not a god, but an elder brain controlled by the chosen of the Dead Three. They mean to use it to take control of the Sword Coast. All who carry the tadpole are governed by the brain, and by extension the chosen. It will take but one order to transform them into an army of mind-flayers. This would have been your fate too, were it not for the astral prison, and the mysterious visitor inside of it. With her help, you have uncovered the cult for what it really is. A plan of conquest orchestrated by the gods of death themselves. Together, you have the power to thwart the Dead Three. If you follow this path to its end, the Elder Brain will not answer to the Chosen. It will answer to you. Lady Shah sent you on this mission. Did she know that this is where it would lead? And when you complete it, what will you do then? Will you liberate the true souls from their parasites and their religious delusions? Or will you use the power you gain for your own purposes? Your blood swims hot at the very prospect. You will not have long to wait. All you need to do now is sleep. But sleep is not for you.
Alright. We have 3 turns to get to that portal. All we need to do is get to that portal. Well, only one of us needs to.
Quick and easy.
gods! Any moment now, that orb is going to explode.
Oh, Lord.
Help me. I'm under attack.
Oh.
Eager for battle.
Lae'zel.
Defender of the people.
Whoa, land. Okay. Where is? There it is. Over here. Come on. There we go. Get into the Astral Void. Oh shit, I actually did. Whoopsie. I did not mean to yeet him into the Astral Void like that. That was funny.
Make way.
Alright. Let's do this. Yeah, I figured. Ooh, Indomitable. Rebuke. Stop it.
It's not over. Come to the skull.
And here I go.
Alright, let's keep going. Can I make that jump? Aw, damn. Whee! Land. By the by, this is supposed to be the corpse of a god. We have no clue what god, though.
Hurry! I can't hold them back alone.
Is that everyone? That's everyone. Let's go.
Before you do anything, I am your ally. We are in danger.
Geek abomination! By the one true sky, what is this madness?
The Githyanki is the source of our protection against the Absolute. I must subdue him, or everything we've worked towards is lost. Don't let my fall deceive you. not understand. He will attack anyone that reeks of Illithid. That includes you. And you will not even be able to defend yourself. If you kill him, the Absolute will enthrall you. I am not your enemy. I am the reason you are free. We are more alike than you want to admit. Look past it. I know you don't want to, but you must. Now, help me.
Despite your best attempts to be subtle, the Mindflayer's awareness is everywhere. You blunder in its presence like a warg pup learning to walk.
You must be joking. I am telling you my thoughts directly into your head. But if you insist on taking a look for yourself, be my guest.
Nothing in your colorful existence to date could have prepared you for this. As the horror subsides, you are left with only one coherent thought. You must do whatever you can to subdue the Githyanki.
Happy? Now, join me. Fight!
Aid an Illithid against Githyanki. We cannot. We must not.
Your blind loyalty will be your undoing, Lae'zel. Fight with me for your own survival. Together, we can turn the tide.
If we end up fighting and killing him, we get a game over. Period. Straight away. No getting out of it. I did find out what was up with this as well, so I'll be able to fix that when I get the chance to. Alright. This is, by the way, the cousin race of the Githyanki that we met earlier.
Taking position.
Trip. Oh no, Resonant Key. Yeah, that's an annoying battle. Where the open hand sucks when you fight against it. And that is straight up Way of the Four Elements. One of these people has something on them that I want. So I can't go yeeting them off into the void.
Destroy the Honor Guard.
Got to move.
What I want. I need more aggressive spells. In between sets, I'm gonna look through all of the classes and see if I can find a good cleric class that has some offensive capability to it. Alright, let's do this. Was it you that wanted to loot? Boots of Unhidden Kishigo. There we go. This is a monk armor. That's actually really useful. That's all we needed. Alright, Lae'zel. We'll be long resting after this, so. Attack an enemy unhit, you can use force movement on an ally to increase their movement speed. So where is forced movement? Is that something I need to like put in here? Where is there they are. There it is. By 50%, dang.
Taking position.
That's cool. So my overall movement speed is now... Damn, that's impressive.
I know just what to do.
Keep it going. I might get rid of Will and bring in Gale. Because I have two attackers, well, three technically, including Shadow. But she's an attacker mage, healer. And I could use a more rounded party. Damn. Jump. I still will use Will because there are some story beats I'm going to definitely need him for.
Thank you. That was too close. Don't look at me like that. I am a Mindflayer, yes. Without me, you would be a slave to the Absolute.
It's obscene. To owe my life to a damned geich. No more lies, no more tricks. I will have answers!
You may call me the Emperor. An adventurer. I came from Baldur's Gate, though I was never one to be constrained by circumstance. I longed for more. That longing brought me to Moonrise Towers on a search for treasure. To a colony of Mindflayers who caught me, changed me into what I am now. For years, I served the Elder Brain, the one you know as the Absolute. I was a thrall like any other, but I was fortunate. I broke free and started a new life in my old city. I sustained myself on criminals. Unglamorous, but there are plenty of them, rarely missed. And they fueled me while I did my work. the good fortune to meet Duke Stillmain. We formed a partnership, and through her, I became the governing force behind the Knights of the Shield, the largest mercantile operation in Baldur's Gate. People referred to me as the Emperor. Such was my influence, though of course they had no idea what I really was. My needs were sated. I was happy for a while, until my true nature was discovered by the tyrant himself, Lord Gortash. He tore me from my home and brought me back to the Brain, where I became a slave once again. A slave he continued to call the Emperor. The name was intended as a slight, to remind me of the heights from which I fell. But I have grown fond of it. It encapsulates well who I've become. Prince Orpheus, son of the first leader of the Githyanki.
Orpheus? Impossible. He was slain by Jastil Kithrak himself.
Quite possible, I assure you. His power has been the source of your continued protection against the voice of the Absolute. The power to disrupt hive mind communication. It is the same power that enabled Orpheus's mother to bring about the fall of the Elithid Empire eons ago. A power she passed on to him, and that I leveraged for you. When Orpheus's mother left, a usurper took her place. Blacketh declared herself queen of the Githyanki. Blacketh wanted his power, but Orpheus rose against her, and so she sealed him and his honor guard within this prison. Bound by infernal chains, Orpheus could never leave. Bound by duty, his guard never would. They were close to breaking my hold on that prince. And if they had succeeded, we would be lost. I am relieved. You have embraced your potential enough that you could help me eliminate them. Alone, Orpheus will be much easier to control. Most certainly Orpheus. He is a threat to her reign. Some Githyanki still revere him, in defiance of their teachings. Blacketh was safe as long as they believed him to be dead. But as you can see, he is very much alive.
I don't understand. The histories claim the prince was burned to ash in the skies.
Your histories are fabrications. The prince was not killed. As you can very well see, he was imprisoned. She kept him this way because she was reluctant to eradicate such power. Power that she might one day wish to take from him. If the Githyanki ever find out what she has done, there will be civil war. Blacketh will be finished. No. Gortash sent me on a mission to retrieve the astral prison. I was one of many, but the first to find it. How Gortash or the other chosen learned of its existence, I do not know. The moment I found it, I felt a change. My free will returning. I followed the feeling inside, and found Orpheus. I realized what the prison was for. Containment. While my body was within the prison's bounds, my mind was free. I could resist the Elder Brain, the Chosen. Better yet, I could plan to overthrow them. All I needed to do was subdue Orpheus and find allies in the outer world. You. That would be a terrible idea. The moment he is free, he will attack you. Your only defense would be to kill him, and in so doing, he would doom us both.
Even though he is subdued, you feel Orpheus's revulsion, a pulsing hatred that cannot be contained. The Emperor is telling the truth. To him, you are just another wretched illithid.
You carry a tadpole. As far as Orpheus is concerned, you are already a Lithid, a sworn enemy, just like me. You are already more illithid than you realize. It has improved you. You seek to reverse an inevitable process. A process of evolution. When I first escaped from the Elden Ring, I too railed against the change. But the longer I have inhabited this form, the more it has grown on me. Even if my original body remained intact after I transformed, I would not return to it. Doing so would only impose limitations. As an illithid, I have far surpassed who I ever was before. You too should embrace this change. I believe we'll have a better chance of defeating the Elden Ring if you embrace your latent illithid potential. I've been studying you for a while now. I believe I can trigger the next stage of your tadpole's life cycle, while continuing to preserve your independence. You have seen what I can do. Imagine yourself with the same strength, the same intelligence, the same devastating beauty. If you let me, I can evolve you. I understand. Let us hope then that your present self will be sufficient to deal with 3 gods of death and a giant magically enhanced Elden Brain. But in case you change your mind... Look after it. Use it when you're ready to evolve. You or your allies. It has vitality enough for you all. But we mustn't lose focus. We need to resume our journey. You heard the Chosen. The brain has gone to the city, and the army marches to follow. We must not let them reach it. We must find the brain, and bring it under our control.
Alright, so we got the Astral Touch Tadpole. What this will allow us to do is to undergo partial ceramorphosis, whatever it's called, ceramorphosis, whatever. It allows us to turn part illithid. Doing so will give us access to this outer ring of abilities. These are the really powerful shit. Ones like you can turn into a displacer beast, you can do the black hole that Zarel did, and a few other things. It does have a physical change in your character if you do it, so keep that in mind. You don't turn into an illithid like him, but you do get a slightly purplish tinge. Your eyes become the outer parts of your eyes become darker. You see more black veins, and a few of your teeth fall out. So keep that in mind.
And alert.
But like I was saying, it does unlock the outer ring. You still need tadpoles to fully unlock those abilities, though.
What a day.
By the by, even in my first playthrough, listening to the Emperor talk, I do not trust him in the slightest. Like, I know a lot about him. I'm trying not to spoil anything. I don't trust him.
Orpheus, Gith's only son. He lives. It is not the Geich visitor that Vlaakith would destroy and Voss would set free. It is Orpheus, the blood of the mother, the prince of the comet. Listen close. The Emperor spoke only in half-truths.
For you to know the tale of Orpheus, you must know the tale of Gith and of Vlaakith. Long ago, when we rose up against our Geich slavers, Mother Gith made for the Hells to secure an alliance with the archdevil Tiamat. Tiamat gifted the Githyanki our red dragons. Gith remained in the Hells, and Tiamat's envoy proclaimed Vlaakith our ruler. The first Vlaakith of many. It is Vlaakith 157 whom my people now call Queen. Yes. Our current queen has claimed undeath and reigned for 1,000 years. But it was the first whom Orpheus tried to slay. Orpheus is Gith's only son. He led his mother's own honor guard in a coup against Vlaakith I. It was Kithrak Voss himself who slayed the prince in vicious battle. Or so the Varshes teach us. Yet the Prince of the Comet's been with us, subdued by that repugnant Illithid. Should Orpheus go free, he would tear Vlaakith's empire to pieces and build new glory from the scraps. The seed and the sower. Every word Voss spoke, he spoke true. Orpheus is the living proof of the Queen's lies, and the living weapon that conquered our Geich slavers. One word from his lips, and the people would doubt. 2 words, and they would rage. 3 words, and they would bow to the true heir. If the Githyanki are to be free, the Prince of the Comet must lead the way. What about him?
I'll talk to him more about that stuff later. Alright, is there anyone else? Not that I can see. Alright, let's sleep. I'm going to stop once we get to Baldur, once we get to outside of Baldur's Gate. But yeah, I don't trust him at all. Keep in mind, there are still a lot of things I don't know about the Emperor. There's a lot of things I look at with very suspect eyes, though. One of those, type of a things, you know? Come on. I want to be able to explore and collect stuff all off screen. Mostly get some resources. There's not a lot I can do off screen.
We must find where Gortash and Orin have established themselves, and take them.
Baldur's Gate is right over the hills. And so is Cazador. Cazador and his rite of profane ascension. An imperious soiree, attended by devils and spawn alike. A grand ceremony to honor one exalted vampiric master. And elevate him to an unfathomable station. To place him in a position of such esteem. The world will yearn to kneel and offer their necks. We will kill him, but there's more to it. Think about it. It sounds like Cazador, for all his evils, has gotten further than any of my kind ever have. He's on the verge of a miracle. This may be a beginning, not an end. I can see myself now. Lord, King, Master. If the time comes and I can stay one move ahead of him, I'll take his place before his blood can hit the floor. Doesn't it sound delightful? For the lucky little vampire on the winning side. After 200 years of shit, pure shit, I think I deserve something better. All I'm saying is, let's be clever about it. If an opportunity arises for me to become a more magnificent bastard than I already am, why turn it down? Let's find out more about the ritual before we waltz into Cazador's front door. If we track down my old comrades, the other spawn, we may discover more and be finally positioned for yours truly to ascend. If we don't find my brethren, they'll find us, likely with bared fangs. We should get to them first. Then we can make their pretty tongues talk. Unless Cazador's changed their orders, they'll be in the dens of this town, seeking prey.
God, I love his voice actor. He's so good.
The city is close now. My former peers will be watching, no doubt.
Alright, so we're going to do a little bit more, then we're going to call it. Just because there's cutscenes that are going to proc.
What they know could help us.
Excuse me. I can't find my mum. She was sick. She had spots on her face and hands. She went to go get some herbs, and she was supposed to come back the same day. That was last 10-day, though. That's the first thing I did. Mum always said to look for a temple if I needed help. But they said they couldn't help me. Because of the circumstances. That's what they said.
Poor kid. Just a little bit more and we're done. Jeez, these last two sets.
If I was a Sharon lookout, hells, what now? The whole blasted ground's shaking.
Then one of them could be a spy for the
Come on.
Young lady, Shadowheart, a word if you will.
So this person, he is also a shop. But if you have Shadowheart in your party, he's gonna, yeah. If you choose to be Saloon Shadowheart.
I just lost a wager, thanks to you. Don't flatter yourself. You're not my type. Even though we have more in common than you remember. Many of us were convinced you'd never actually show your face in this city again. But here you are. And the gold in my purse is soon to take flight. I can't help but feel the strangest twinge of disgust as I look upon you. Is it true? Has Our Lady forsaken you?
A follower of Shah, an agent of the Mother Superior, sent to keep watch for you.
Let's see if I can pull it off. Oof. Come on. Damn, what's this DC? Perfect.
Bold of you. Brave, even. Though, do not assume passing admiration will translate to mercy when you kneel before the Mother Superior. Now I must report your reappearance. If you are intent on bringing matters to a head, then seek out the House of Grief in the lower city. Though, if I was you, I'd be very tempted to just forget it all and disappear. You have some form at doing so, after all.
Yeah, I can't buy anything from him. Alright. Go to camp. There are a lot of shops that we can get access to, so should be interesting. Don't see any dialogues. Anything, Lae'zel?
Baldur's Gate at last. We should find.
Okay. Take a long rest because it's supposed to be a cutscene at procs. Oh yeah, air barrel left, by the way.
Queen Vlaakith. Skra!
You are Hasharlak, and still you speak my name.
I've seen the captive Orpheus with my own eyes. Spoken to Shestil Kithrak Voss. You lied to us. Enslaved us.
The betrayer Voss lies! I have only a moment, and you, Hasharlak, will listen. We are Githyanki. We move mountains. We snuff out stars. We shake the plains. The traitor Voss has lied to you. The heretic prince would shatter us in an instant. The great Dominion shrunk to the head of a pin.
Can this be true? Is the Githyanki prince really a threat to his own people? Or simply a challenge to Vlaakith's rule?
Return to the astral prism. Slay Orpheus the Pretender. Serve me, and I will ascend you. You will be no mere warrior, nor Kithrak. You will be Barta Vlaakith, commander of dragons. My only, my chosen. A final chance. Kneel before me. Make your promise.
Lae'zel's thoughts become yours. The sight of Orpheus looms over her mind. Voss's words echo within it. She means to forever turn her back on Vlaakith.
So, here's my interpretation of this. Vlaakith wants Lae'zel to go there to kill him, to kill Orpheus, because she's afraid. This has nothing to do about her people. She's afraid of her standing, as her position. So yeah.
I gave you my faith, and you called me traitor. I gave you my life, and you ordered your knights to hunt me. I have witnessed too much, and you have given me too little. Finally, I can see. Orpheus will live, and I will hear his creed. This is my word.
Your word is nothing! You are nothing! The Kithraki will bring you. I will tear your flesh from your bones and devour your skull's marrow while you beg for death. I will consume you. I will unmake you.
It is done. There is no going back. As long as the Undying Queen reigns, I am never to soar unbound over the astral sea, never to cross the one in the void. As it should be. Better a short life built on truth than immortality woven of lies. better to unite the Githyanki under a prince who would free their minds and honor their bodies. So why do I feel so bitter?
Vlaakith has upended Lae'zel's whole existence. Everything she knew to be true, every plan and aspiration she ever held has been painfully ripped away. Lae'zel's bitterness is born of sadness. She is mourning the loss of the person she once was, and can never be again.
How well you've come to know me. But in truth, she didn't take everything. I have what I have gathered for myself. I'm more to a new regent, a new land, and new allies. I am known and honored by you, the source of my bruises. Vlaakith cannot unmake she who no longer exists. And so, from the old battle cries is birthed another. Shma Salar Orpheus, Ma Stilna Forgin in Yeri. Orpheus's will above all. May the comet blaze my path forward. We find Voss at Sharess's caress and retrieve the key to releasing the prince. Orpheus Tuf Kinazin.
Alright, so we're going to sleep and then we're going to call it, because we've been going for an hour and a half. That's more than I usually do. Oh, it's actually... God damn, there's more dialogue.
Soldier, my engine. It hurts. I think this might be it. Soon. Things burning hotter than I knew it could. But look, we've just about made it to the city. That'll do me. Let's go protect it. Whatever happens after that is between me and the so-called gods. With this heat going, I can't spare the energy to think. I just want to enjoy whatever's left of this life of mine. Anyway, it could be worse. I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be, with who I'm meant to be with. How many people can say that?
Alright, now we're going to bed. Alright, hope you guys enjoyed the set. I'll see y'all next time when we continue on from wherever I leave off. I don't need a full rest. Off screen, I'm going to run around collecting things that are on the ground, usually just crafting materials, stuff like that, visit a few shops. And I'll see y'all next time. But till then, as always, I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.